Go ahead and cut the seal off of this guy now. Nice cool little cardboard insert here. It's got some writing on it. It's got all the draft archetypes if you guys like to draft. I'll give you a nice preview of that. Definitely the lands we're looking to open. Boseiju is definitely high on the list. Ninjas, so like there's a ninja planeswalker. Basically any of the planeswalkers would be nice. Jin would be nice, yes. He's definitely a good pull. This is not a set booster box, so I don't know if I can open any of the Phyrexian altars, but that would be nice. You love your spirit deck? Yeah, spirits are cool. There's probably some spirits in the Kamigawa set. I haven't really taken a whole look at the whole set, but I know the last time Kamigawa was around. Yeah, you can still open the Phyrexian altars. That's cool. We'll hope for that then. So I got my handy dandy scissors ready. It's my high-tech pack opening tool, but it's a lot easier than trying to rip them open. But yeah, might as well start now. Start opening them here. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Some commons here. Got 36 packs to open, so may flip through the commons a little faster. So our first rare of the day here is March of Reckless Joy. So it looks like you can exile some red cards from your hands to make it cost less, and then exile the top card, X card of your library, and play 2 of those cards until the end of your next turn. That's an okay one. And there's a common land, so we'll just set that up here as our first rare. Alright, pack number 2. Some more commons here. Looks like we got a foil in this pack. Alright, some uncommons here. Thirst for Knowledge, it's a cool reprint. Banishing Slash, this seems like a promising removal spell. So you can destroy an artifact, enchantment, or tap creature. And then if you control an artifact and an enchantment, you get a 2/2 Samurai. That's kind of cool. So our rare, it's another March. So you can exile black cards from your hands and it costs 2 less to cast. And then he deals X damage to creature or planeswalker and you gain X life. So that's okay, not exactly what we're looking for. And our foil is the Ninja Turtle. So that's pretty cool. That's a good card. Green ninjas really don't fit into our blue-black ninja deck, but still a pretty cool card. So we'll set this guy up here. Yeah, cool foil would be nice. A foil mythic is always good to add to the collection. Alright, pack number 3. Here we go. Some commons. An alternate art card that's pretty cool. It's one of the uncommon legendaries. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each samurai. So it's kind of like an exalted trigger. Nice little mana dork. Counterspell. And then our rare is this guy. Ishu Twin Heavens as 1. If a creature attacking causes an ability to trigger, it triggers another time. So interesting commander you could build around. Probably not too expensive value wise, but still kind of a cool card. And then we got a nice Japanese land. These things are kind of cool looking. I enjoy the artwork on these. So that's a cool pull. Go ahead and put that there. I don't know how common those are. All right, pack number 4 here. Blow through some of these commons here. Looks like I'm getting a lot of the same ones. Looks like the samurais all get an alternate art here. These sagas are kind of cool. So you get 3 modes, and then they turn into a creature. This one adds a black mana. That's kind of cool for a black card. But yeah, new sagas are cool. Here's another legendary samurai with the Samurai Exalted ability. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you can cast an artifact card from your graveyard. Might be an interesting budget commander. This guy's kind of cool. Might be played in an enchantment commander deck. So he's a 2/2 with lifelink, and enchantment spells cost 1 less to cast. A land. This one's for vehicles. So you can spend mana to cast a pilot or a vehicle spell, and then this land actually crews vehicles. So if you build like a vehicle commander deck, it's a neat land to have. Oh, here's a mythic. Atusishi, the Blazing Sky. So he's a legendary dragon spirit. That's cool. He's got flying and trample. Whenever he dies, you get to choose one of his abilities. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of turn, and then you can cast those cards or create 3 treasure tokens. So pretty cool card. Then we have a land, and it's actually a cool looking spirit token. It's pretty mean looking. Yeah, there's our first mythic of the day from our pack. Not too shabby. I think all the dragons are pretty good. Alright, so we got some commons. This is pack number 5, I believe. Looks like we got another foil. Another alternate art here, samurai. The shrines are pretty cool. If you guys are building a shrine deck, there's a lot of new shrine support. So this guy is a legendary enchantment creature. He's also a shrine. But at the beginning of your end step, you can pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token for each shrine you control. Another Banishing Slash, a ninja. Do you think the old dragons are better than the new, or the other way around? I think the old dragons are better, especially the black one. I think the black one was actually banned in Commander for a while. It may still be. I don't remember if they've unbanned it or not. But I think definitely the old ones are better. The new ones are definitely good, though. It's just I think they only have an ability, when they die. Alright, so our rare here is the Reality Chip. So it's 2 mana 0/4. It's an equipment jellyfish. It's also legendary, so this could be a commander. It says you may look at the top card of your library anytime. As long as it is attached to a creature, you may play lands and cast spells from the top card for the top of your library. And then you can equip it to a creature for 2 and a blue. So this is a strange card. It's kind of like a, what's that card called? Future Sight. It's like a future sight on a creature that when you equip it, your creature becomes the future sight. But that might be an interesting commander you could build around. And our foil is this crab. This crab is actually kind of cool. Probably not played anywhere but limited, but still kind of a cool card. Just a big dude that's also a counter spell. We got a land, and look at this pilot token. Isn't that neat? So we have pack number 6 here. Welcome back, Knight Rider. Did you miss the dragon? That was our first mythic. Alright, so Spell Pierce is back. That's a cool common to have. Here's another green card with ninjutsu. Another saga. Kind of interesting. Another one of these guys for your enchantment decks. Here we go. Here's a ninja for your, I forget her name, the ninja commander. I have her, but this set definitely makes me want to build her. So this red-green enchantment, it's an uncommon. It reminds me of Fires of Yavimaya, but it only gives the creatures that have modified haste. So probably not as good as Fires of Yavimaya, but cool option. Alright, so this is our rare. I don't think I've seen this one yet. Surjak Mech. It's a 5/5 vehicle with menace. When he enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. So I guess it doubles as a removal spell if you've got a bunch of vehicles in play. And the art on these tokens is actually kind of cool. The spirit token looks really cool. Yes, they do look nice. The artwork on this set is really good. They really went all out to do the artwork on these cards. And I know there's several different versions for most of the rares. Especially What's-Her-Face, the Wanderer. She's got like 4 different artworks. Another cool saga. It's cool that there's sagas at common. Alright, so we got one of the invokes. There's multiple cycles in this set. So each color gets one. So we've got the dragons as a cycle, we got the marches, and we also have the invokes. This is the black one. It costs 1 and 4 black, so probably only for your mono black decks. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. So, nice value spill there. And we got a foil. Looks like a legendary creature. It's a samurai with vigilance. Whenever a samurai or warrior control attacks alone, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. So maybe another cool budget build for commander there. And then a land and a nice samurai token. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is pack number 8. That card's got pretty cool artwork. It's a Moonfolk Samurai. Modified creatures you control can attack as they didn't have a defender. So I guess if you got some kind of defender deck that modifies creatures, it's very specific. Another Saga. We'll go ahead and show the backside here. The Sagas aren't too powerful, but at common and uncommon you can't really expect a whole lot just for limited. These equipments are kind of weird. This is an equipment octopus. But cool ability, whenever the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So an Ophidian style effect. Okay, so we got an alternate art dragon here. This is a good pull. Ao, the Dawn Sky. So he's got Flying and Vigilance, 5 mana, he's a 5/4. When he dies, choose one. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put any number of permanent cards with total mana value 4 or less from them among the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library, or put 2 +1/+1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle. So, I don't know if this guy's worth anything, but he's pretty cool. The artwork's nice on him at least. And it's always nice to have some dragons in the deck. Try to get him closer here so you can see him. There we go. Not a bad pull. And then another one of these lands. Like I said, I'm not sure how common these are. I haven't really watched any pack openings, so but I really like the artwork on these lands. And then a construct token. So 8 packs in, I've got 2 mythics. That's not a bad rate. Let's keep that energy going. So we've got pack number 9 here. And our rare is Temeshi, Reality Architect. So whenever one or more non-creature permanents are returned to your hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. You can pay X and white. So if this guy's your commander, he'd be a blue-white deck. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. So your typical Moonfolk ability. Return target artifact or enchantment card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate as a sorcery. So cool reanimation effect. Might be a neat build around for commander. Yep, I don't think he's worth very much. Alright, pack 10 here. Flip through the commons real quick. There's another Saga, turns into a 2/3 flyer. Another Shrine. Thundering Raiju. Not seen this guy yet. So he's a 4 mana 3/3 with haste. Whenever he attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target not creature you control. Then he deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than him. So, nice modified deck if you've got that pre-con where you care about modified creatures. Other than that, probably not too important. He's not legendary or anything, so it's not like you can build a commander deck around him. Yeah, pretty good so far. Can't complain. The mythic to pack ratio has been pretty good. Alright, here we go. Pack 11, is it? Saga turned into a 2/2 with first strike. Alright, so our rare is Goro, Disciple of Ryusei. So this guy's a legendary Goblin Samurai. You can pay a red, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. You can pay 3 red and get a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. You can only activate that if you control an attacking modified creature. So another card that cares about modifications. You could run him as your commander if you want. He gives you guys haste, which is cool, and he makes 5/5 dragon tokens, which is always nice. Alright, pack number 12 here. Another uncommon Saga here. Turns into a creature that gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment you control. So nice one for the enchantment deck. This guy's gotten a lot of attention for an uncommon. So whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, you may play that card this turn. It's a very powerful effect for an uncommon. It's probably very noteworthy to point this guy out. He could have some cool interactions in Commander. People are talking about him in like Legacy and Vintage and stuff. Cool card. Here's a land. I've not seen this one before. So it just taps for colorless, but you can sack it. Draw a card if you control an artifact, and then draw a card if you control an enchantment. So like it's a nice divination if you got artifacts and enchantments in your deck. Always nice to have on a land. Alright, so one of the rare lands. These things will probably always be played in Commander because they come into play untapped. And adds a red. And then you can pay 3 in a red and discard it. And it creates 2 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens. They gain haste until end of turn, and this ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. So like I said, it's kind of just like a freebie spell / land in your deck. These things are all pretty good. Obviously, we want to open the green one though. So you guys can let me know how you're enjoying Kamigawa so far. Let me know if you guys have any good pulls you'd like to share with me. Anything you've really opened that you're excited about, or you've found to be pretty valuable. Lots of artifact equipment creatures. These things are kind of strange. Alright, so we got a rat ninja. We've got Master Splinter here. This guy's pretty cool. So other rats and rogues, or other ninjas and rogues you control get +1/+1, and ninjutsu abilities cost 1 less to activate. He also has ninjutsu. So for all you ninja or rogue lovers out there, here's another card for your deck. This guy's pretty cool too. 2/2 with flying. Artifact spells cost 1 less to cast, so I can see some cool interactions in Commander with this guy. Nice little uncommon. And here's our rare. It's another March. So this one's an instant, just like the others. Costs 2 less to cast for each green card you exile from your hand. And you get to choose target creature with mana value less than X. Search your library for a creature card with the same name as that creature. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Not really a commander card because you can't run more than one of the same creature unless you've got some way to copy a creature in your library. But might be a nice one for standard, I don't know. You pulled 2 of the Greenland. Well, that's good. Maybe you can share one with me. No, kidding. Alright. So skip through some of these commons here. Most of these we've seen. Hopefully we've at least opened one of each common. Here's another Saga. We'll show the backside. It's a 2/2 with haste. It exiles creatures if it deals damage to them. Alright, Mirror Box. This is an interesting one. So it's a 3-mana artifact. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. So that's pretty cool. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1. Each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each creature you control with the same name as that creature. So, if you like to run a bunch of legendaries in your deck with the same name, this is the card for you. Obviously, probably not very good in Commander though, but a neat card nonetheless. Hey, look, a foil land. That's pretty neat. Nice shimmer on that card. Put that up here. And then a dual land and a token. A retro frame Misty Rainforest. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those. Misty Rainforest is yet a card that I have to own. I don't own all of the enemy pain or fetch lands. Let's get through some of these. It's actually a good common. So target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and you gain 2 life. I can see some uses for this. Reminds me of, what was it called, Blossoming Defense, except for that gave +2/+2 instead of the indestructible. But yeah, nice protection spell for 1 green mana. Nice common. Not seen this uncommon. It's double X green. Target creature you control deal damage equal to its power to each of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. So sort of like a green wrath. Could be very expensive to cast though. Alright, so our rare here is Cloudsteel Kieran. 3 mana for 3/2 with flying. He's got reconfigure, so you can reattach him for 5. And a crypt creature has flying, and you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. So cool card, neat effect, kind of like a Platinum Angel, but probably a lot easier to deal with. since he has to be reconfigured for you to get the ability. But yeah, still a cool card. And then we got a nice alternate art island here. Alright, so here we go, another pack. My Saga turns into a 5/5 with Vigilance and Haste. Not seen that one yet. This one's a common. Another Ninja Turtle here. Land. So when it enters, choose a creature type, it adds a colorless, and then it can add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast creatures of the chosen type, or an activated ability of a creature with the chosen type. So it's like that one card, I forget the name of it, but except you can use the mana for activated abilities, so it's a little better. Alright. So this guy is actually a white card, but he's got a 5-color ability, so he can be your 5-color commander. It's 3 and a white for a 3/3 with flash and flying. When he enters the battlefield, another target permanent you control gains indestructible for as long as you control this guy. So he's like a save spell. Kind of cool as a commander. You can pay all 5 Woobrug, and he gets +5/+5 until end of turn, so he could be like a finisher too. Not sure exactly what you use him for, but he is a dragon. It's just kind of cool. Our foil here is a Jukai Preserver, which is just a common, nothing special, and another one of those lands, which is cool. Thank you for the likes, pack addicts. Appreciate it. Alright, another pack here. So we have another, this is a 1-mana saga, which is cool. And what's it turn into? Turns into a 2/2 with menace. Vehicles you control have menace. I've not seen that one yet. Most of these double-sided sagas, I've not seen the backside. Nice card for a vehicle deck. This is a cool artifact. Oni, Cult, and Bolt. So whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield, you get a 1/1 colorless construct artifact. You can only trigger this once a turn. And you can sacrifice an artifact to deal 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain 1 life. It's a nice little token generator in a Rakdos deck that also cares about sacrificing things. And then we have the white Invoke Justice. So return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then distribute 4 1/1 counters among any number of target creatures or vehicles target player controls. So you get to reanimate something, and then you get to make something big. Pretty cool spell. I like the name, Invoke Justice. We have a nice swamp. And then a token. Alright, another pack here. So we have a ninja here. This is cool. Oh, ninjas are always welcome. Alright, so we have another mythic here. After a little dry run of no mythics, we got our 3rd mythic. It's a saga, costs 1 Woobrug, so 1 of each color. The first one says exile the target non-land permanent opponent controls. That's pretty good. Number 2 says return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card. Alright, we'll take it. And then you can exile this saga and return it back on its backside. Its backside is a creature. And he turns into Kagechi Made Manifest. So he is all colors, flying and trample. Whenever he attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard, return that to your hand, and then he gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is the mana value of that card. Strange card. Can't really build your commander deck around it. I guess if you're playing all 5 colors, this is a nice value spell. He does turn into a dragon, so I guess you can run him in like a dragon tribal, and he's kind of cool there, but I'm not sure exactly what to do with this guy. There's a land. Hi, how's it going? 11 TJ11 cool 1. Thank you for the likes, Bumble's Beauty. Alright, so we got another pack here. Looks like we got a foil here. I can see it in the back. Try and rush through these commons. This is kind of a cool one for standard, I think. He's a 1-mana 2/2 with haste and red. And then you have to return him to your hand, but he only costs a single red, so that's not a huge drawback. And then when a 2/2 is no longer useful to you, you can discard him and draw a card. I think this card will be pretty heavily played in mono red decks in standard. I could be wrong. I haven't played standard in a while, usually commander, but it's kind of a cool card. Alright, so we got another land. We'll take it. It's the blue one. Otawara, Soaring City. So it comes into play untapped, taps for a blue. You can pay 3 and a blue to channel it. So you discard it, and then return target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker to its owner's hand. And this ability costs 1 less for each legendary permanent you control. So nice land. Like I said, these will be played in EDH forever. And then our foil is this alternate art ninja. It's only a common, so nothing special here, but just kind of cool to note. And then a land. Alright, so we got another pack here. I think we're about halfway through this box. Alright, so this turtle, he's an uncommon. I think he's pretty good. So he's 7 mana, 4 green, blue for 6/5 with flying and ward 2. But I think his real versatility here, you can pay 2 and a green and return a card from your graveyard to your hand, so like a regrowth. Or you can pay 1 and a blue and return target creature to its owner hand, so like an unsummon. But I don't know if he'll see any play anywhere, but he is kind of a cool creature. Definitely good and limited. Alright, so we got another mythic. Kodama of the West Tree. So 2 and a green for a 3/3 with reach. Modified creatures you control have trample. So it cares about modified creatures. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So every time one of your modified creatures deals damage, you get to rampant growth, which is pretty good, depending on how many modified creatures you can have in your deck or how much your deck cares about it. But I don't know. He could be your commander, so interesting build around. Another cool one land. And a token. So that's my 4th mythic of the box. Hopefully we get 4 more. I mean, if we open a mythic every pack from now on, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. Alright, so we got another pack here. Let's breeze through these commons. Uncommons. Alright, so we got our Pilot Commander, 1 black, white for a 4/3. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, then you return it to your hand. So a nice reanimation for vehicles. Kind of an interesting commander. Probably not the best commander, but something fun you could build around. Another land. And a token. Alright, so we got another pack here. So we got a Saga. You can play an additional land. You gain 3 life. And then you flip. It's at 3/3. Whenever it becomes blocked, untap up to 3 lands. So not too bad for an uncommon. Alright, our rare is this guy. This guy's gotten some attention. So he's 1 in Jeskai, so blue, red, white, for 4/4 with flying and trample. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target. So anything that targets many things, especially if it's got like an X in it, it's really good with this guy. People have been talking about some combos with him. Spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. So it kind of works both ways, but mostly you build around his first ability so that you can target many things for cheap. Our foil here is a Stir Up. Nothing too impressive. It's a common. And a land and a token. Hello, Hunky Cat. Hello. Welcome, guys. We're just opening a draft booster box of Kamigawa. Stick around to see what kind of sweet things I could pull from this. And let me know if you guys have pulled anything extraordinary from your booster boxes. Just looking at this Saga. He turns into a flying trample. He gets 1/1/1/1 for each card in your hand. Not a bad Saga. And our rare here is an alternate art Ogre Head Helm. So it's one of those equipment creatures. Equipment Ogre, 2 mana for 2/2. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. And whenever it or the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. And you can attach them for 3. Interesting card. I'm not sure what you do with it. Maybe for standard though. Alright, got another pack here. There's another uncommon Saga. So there's a theme. There must be another cycle. So this one gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Here's an uncommon legendary creature you could possibly use as a commander. So whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, if you control an artifact and enchantment, create a 2/2 white samurai. So nice little token creator. Maybe another budget commander you could use. Here's a Shrine. 4 mana for 2/2 with Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. If you do, destroy target creature with toughness X or less, where X is the number of shrines you can control. So you play this in your Shrine deck and get some nice removals going. So we have another March of Sorrow, but with the alternate artwork. Looks pretty cool. I'm not sure how much potential this card has, but maybe you can give me your opinion on it. You can exile black cards from your hand and it costs 2 less, and then it deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker and you gain X life. People were talking about doing something with this in Stuffy Doll. I'm not sure how viable that is, but yeah, give me your opinion on that if you have one. Here's an island and a treasure token. Hey, Zeosin. Alright, another pack here. This guy's kind of cool looking. Not very good, but cool looking. Uncommons, about the same uncommons I got from the last pack. And then our rare here is a Saga. So number 1, create a 2/2 red Goblin Shaman creature token with, whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. And that's not bad. Number 2 says you may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, draw that many cards. And number 3 says you can exile it and return it transformed as the reflection of Kiki Jiki. So it's a 2/2, you can pay 1 and tap it, create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste, and then you have to get rid of that token at end of turn. So not quite Kiki Jiki, because you have to pay 1 and tap it to use his ability. Not sure if there's any way you can break this like you can Kiki Jiki. Plus you have to go through all 3 sagas before you get him. So not too sure how good that card is. Lots of throwbacks to the old Kamigawa though. Alright. Welcome Yardine 502. Another pack here. It's a ninja, that's cool. Here's a saga we haven't seen yet. Turns into a 3/3 with trample and haste. It's a common. So here we have the blue shrine creature, 2 mana for 0/4 with flying. It's a nice blocker. Beginning of your end step, you pay 1. If you do, target player mills X cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. So another way to win the game in your shrine deck, you can mill somebody out. Oh, and here we have the red shrine. So 2 in a red for a 2/2 with first strike, and just like all the other shrines, you can pay 1 on your end step. He deals X damage to target creature or target player or planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines. Another nice ability for the shrine deck. And our rare is Mechatan Core. So it's a 2 mana 2/4 vehicle, crew 2. He's got a lot of text here, so I'm going to read it to you. You can pay 5 colors, 5 colorless, exile him and 4 other artifact creatures you control or vehicles, and then you get a 10/10 legendary construct artifact creature token with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste. That's all colors. When that token leaves, you get all of the creatures or vehicles you exiled except for this guy back. So you'll only lose one card. Interesting card. Kind of pokes fun at Gungan or maybe even Power Rangers, where they all form into one big guy. Alright, another pack here. Seen that saga before, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. So our rare here is a red-white samurai. He's a legendary, so he can be your commander. He's got haste. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, if it doesn't have an indestructible counter on it, put an indestructible counter on it. Whenever combat damage is dealt to you, remove an indestructible counter from him. So that's not super good here. He's he's alright. I guess if you want to build around samurais, you can build around that. Our foil here is a common. Nothing impressive there. We'll move on. All right, another pack here. Some uncommons. Our rare is a vehicle. 2 and a blue for a 4/3 with flying. He's got crew 1. Whenever he becomes crewed for the first time each turn until end of turn, he becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn, except it's a 4/3 vehicle artifact in addition to its types, and it has flying. So it becomes a copy of another creature. Pretty cool. Not sure exactly how you use this thing, but I'm sure there's some fun interactions you can do by crewing and copying a creature. Ooh, and a foil rare, that's nice. So it's the green invoke, so 1 and 4 green for a sorcery. You get 2 4/5 green spirit creature tokens. For each of them, your choice of a vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter on them. So you get 2 tokens with your choice of a counter. They count as modified creatures, so that'll be important for the red-green modified deck. A land and a token. Another pack here. Cool alternate art ninja here. Blue shrine, red shrine, so kind of like our uncommons from the pack before. A blue-white vehicle. And then we have our rare here, which is a 1 and a red for 1/1 with double strike. And then you can attach it to a creature for 2, and that creature gets double strike. So a cool little equipment creature here. Not super powerful. Maybe you play it in standard. I don't know. Not sure. But definitely interesting. Cool land. And a token. Thank you for sharing the live video. Another pack here. Some uncommons. Oh, and then we have a mythic. This is actually a good one. This one I will play in my Ninja Commander deck. So it's 1 black for a 3/2. He's got ninjutsu for 3 and a black, so you can swap him out for an unblocked attacking creature. It's a rat ninja, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can exile the top card of each player's library until end of turn. You may play one of those cards. If you cast a spell this way, you lose life, so you don't have to pay its mana cost, so you get to lose life. So as long as you have life to pay, you can cast stuff from your opponent's library. I think this is pretty good in the ninja deck. Like I said, it's going into that blue-black ninja commander deck. Yes, very nice, very nice. That was our 5th mythic, I believe. Got another pack here. Here's the Saga. I don't know if we've seen this one. It's an uncommon. Oh yeah, we've seen that one before. Alright, so we got another rare here. It's a ninja. She doesn't have ninjutsu though, so that's a bit disappointing for a ninja. But she is Kotose, the silent spider. So 3 blue-black. When she enters the battlefield, exile a target card other than a basic land card from an opponent's graveyard. Search that player's graveyard, hand, or library for any number of cards with the same name as that card. Exile them. Then that player shuffles their library, and you may play one of the cards exiled, and you may pay any color to cast it. So interesting card. Unfortunately, doesn't work too well in Commander. You can still exile a card from somebody's graveyard and then cast it, but you don't get to do the rest of the stuff because it's a bunch of one-ofs. But like I said, interesting card. You can put it in your ninja deck if you want to, not too bad. You can play it as your commander and steal stuff from your opponent's graveyard. But interesting to be sure. Our foil here is a ninja, and then we have a land and a token. I'm hoping to hit that double mythic pack where you get a mythic and a mythic foil in the same pack. Let's hope for that. All right, so commons, uncommons. So I think this is the first time we've seen the green shrine creature. So it's 1 and a green for a 1/1 to trample. On your end step, you can pay 1. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on target shrine for each shrine you control. So you can make your shrine creatures really big, pretty cheap, only 2 mana. Probably just play it in your shrine deck. Alright, another mythic, and it's a dragon. So it's Kyrie, the Swirling Sky. So 4 blue for a 6/6 with flying and ward 3. And when he dies, you get to choose one. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana cost 6 or less to their owner's hands, or you can mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instants and/or sorceries from your graveyard to your hand. So another cool mythic dragon. This would be our 6th mythic. Not too shabby. Hopefully we get a few more in this box. We'll see. But can't be unhappy with our mythic dragons. So we got another pack here. At this point, we've probably seen all of these commons, some uncommons. Alright, so this guy was one of the first cards spoiled. 3 and a black for 4/4. He's a legendary creature, Demon Ogre. You can pay a black, sacrifice a creature, discard 2. So that's not too bad of an ability. You can pay 2 and a red and tap him. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you exile a non-land card this way, he deals damage equal to the exile card's mana value to any target. So, cool Rakdos commander. If you like to sacrifice creatures, you can probably set something up pretty cool with this, with high converted mana costs. Maybe some kind of reanimator deck that cares about putting stuff in your graveyard and then flinging it at your opponent would be cool to do with this guy. I may build a deck around this guy for sale. So that's a cool one. I've not seen this swamp. Pretty interesting looking. Another pack here. So we got commons, uncommons. And our rare. So he's a 2 mana 2/2 enchantment creature, Snake Druid. Other enchantment creatures you control get +1/+1. So you could possibly do some kind of enchantment creature deck with this guy. Pay a green and tap him. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an enchantment source. You may choose new targets for the copy. So interesting as a commander. Probably goes somewhere in an enchantment deck. Pretty cool card though. Land and token. We're getting back to the bottom. We've only got 3 packs left. It's always the last pack that has the best stuff though, right? Alright, so we got another pack here. Go through the uncommons. Here's our rare. It's X and a red and a white. Create X 2/2 samurai creature tokens with vigilance. They gain menace and haste until end of turn. So that seems pretty good. Each opponent creates X -1 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. So that's a little weird. It gives your opponent's creatures. Maybe you can do something cool with giving your opponent's creatures. Somehow that hurts them. But your guys do get menace and haste, so you get the advantage. Plus you get 1 more samurai than they do. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what to do with that card. Foil Thirst for Knowledge. That's pretty neat. And land and a token. Alright, we got commons here. Uncommons. This is also a neat little mono red guy for standard, I think. So it's a 1/1 with haste. He equips for red, and the equipped creature gets +1/+1 in haste. So, like I said, mono red wants a nice little early beater, and then he can give any creature you play after him +1/+1 in haste, which is actually a pretty nice boost. But I think this guy will see play in mono red standard decks. Could be wrong. Alright, so we've seen this guy before. This is just the alternate art. So 4 for a 3/3 with haste. Whenever he attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then he deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control. Like I said, nothing too shabby here, but could go cool in a modified creature deck. And here we have our very last pack. Let's give it a little belly rub for good luck. Alright, make this one a little suspenseful. Go through the commons very slowly, like. I see a foil. Is it our foil mythic? Here's a uncommon saga I don't think we've seen before. Here's a ninja. That's always nice. Alright, so our rare is a 3-mana saga. Versus 1 and 2, you gain 2 life. Look at the top card of your library. Exile one of them face down with a hatchling counter on it. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Then, on number 3, you can flip him, exile it, and then flips. And he becomes a Dragon Kami's Egg. So a 0/1 egg creature. Whenever an egg or a dragon you control dies, you may cast a creature spell from among the cards you put in exile with hatchling counters on them. So, I forget the name of her. There's a white, green, red commander that cares about eggs. This card could possibly go in that deck. Our foil here is a rogue. Creates a treasure token. He's a common, nothing special. We have a nice mountain here. And then a token, and that is it. I'll go through our rares again, just really quickly. Set aside our mythics, so you can kind of see all the mythics at the end. Foil rare. Mythic. Foil land. Mythic alternate art dragon. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the mythics again. So you got the red dragon, the white dragon in the alternate art, the 5-color saga, the new Kodama, the legendary rat ninja, and then the blue dragon. No planeswalkers in this box, which is strange, not a 1. Also no Greenland, but we did get the blue and the red one. So we still need to open the green, the black, and the white one. I'd like to have one of each. Also, for later on this week, I'm going to be opening one of these a day on video, so follow us at Combo of Rocks. We also post on YouTube, so you can catch our videos on YouTube. This whole live stream will be on our YouTube probably later tonight or tomorrow. But I still got a whole nother box to open. So join me sometime. We will do another live announcement when we are ready to open this guy. But we'll do another one of these videos, so stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed. You're welcome, Zeosin. Yes, definitely a spicy dragon. The white one is very good. Very happy with that guy. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything you'd like to say, I'll answer questions now. But if not, I will end the live stream here pretty soon. Go ahead and gaze at the beautiful mythics. If you've opened more than 6 in a box, let me know. People are just now joining. Nancy, hello. We're ending the stream here pretty soon, but we just opened a whole box of the Kamigawa draft boosters. But go ahead and follow us on Combo of Rocks for more Happy Lotus Petals. Yes, Happy Lotus Petals. Alright guys, have a good night. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Like I said, give us a follow on TikTok and YouTube at Combo of Rocks. But see you next time.